the glittering world of K-pop filled with flashing cameras and non-stop attention, there are many grand moments that successfully capture the public's eyes. Strangely enough, however, it is often the smallest and simplest interactions that leave the deepest impression on fans. That was exactly what happened with one particular moment between Kim Taehyung and Jeon Jungkook that once again sent the internet into a frenzy. There was no dramatic dialogue, no excessive fan service, and nothing overwhelmingly flashy. It was simply Taehyung gently patting Jungkook on the back in a completely spontaneous way. Yet because of its simplicity, the moment felt incredibly genuine to fans. Many people said that small gestures like this often feel more honest than huge expressions intentionally shown in front of cameras. And as always, the brief interaction between the two quickly spread across social media, replayed countless times, and analyzed by millions of fans around the world. The moment itself happened so quickly that some people probably would not have noticed it if fans had not slowed the clip down. Jungkook was walking ahead while focusing on the busy environment around him, while Taehyung followed closely behind. In the middle of the crowd and activity, Taehyung suddenly lifted his hand and softly patted Jungkook's back, almost as if it were a natural reflex to make sure the person in front of him was okay. Jungkook did not appear surprised at all. He simply continued walking comfortably, looking completely relaxed, as though that kind of gesture was something very normal between them. That natural reaction was exactly what touched fans the most. There was no awkwardness and no exaggerated response, only comfort that felt incredibly genuine. Fans immediately commented that the interaction looked like an old habit formed over many years together. For many people within the BTS fandom, the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook has always felt unique. Over the years, the two have frequently been caught on cameras showing small signs of care toward one another in different situations. Sometimes Taehyung can be seen quietly paying attention to Jungkook during interviews, while in other moments Jungkook unconsciously positions himself close to Taehyung whenever the group is gathered together. Because of this, the soft pat on Jungkook's back was instantly seen as another continuation of the countless small moments they have shared before. Fans feel that their bond does not appear forced for the cameras, but instead comes naturally from simple habits that repeatedly show up in their everyday lives as group members. Many fans even mentioned that their chemistry often feels strongest when neither of them is trying to become the center of attention. What made the moment even more interesting was the calm and effortless way Taehyung did it. There was no dramatic expression and no attempt to make people notice the gesture. It looked completely spontaneous, as though it happened automatically because of the comfort and closeness built between them over many years together. Fans once again began discussing how Taehyung often expresses affection through small actions rather than words. He may not always openly verbalize his care in public, but the way he pays attention to people close to him can often be seen through tiny details like this. That brief pat on Jungkook's back felt like a quiet form of support that lasted only a few seconds but was enough to make many fans emotional. Meanwhile, Jungkook's reaction also became a huge reason why the moment went viral. Many people noticed how completely comfortable Jungkook seemed with Taehyung's small touch. He did not look surprised or confused at all. Instead, he simply remained relaxed and continued walking naturally. For fans, that reaction reflected the trust and closeness between them. In genuinely close relationships, people no longer overthink small gestures like a pat on the back because those actions simply feel normal and comforting. That is why so many fans described the interaction as sincere. Some even pointed out that Jungkook's expression appeared softer and calmer for a brief moment after Taehyung touched him, even though the camera quickly moved away afterward. On social media, short clips of the interaction spread rapidly within hours. Fan accounts reposted the moment with emotional captions discussing Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship dynamics. Some described the gesture as silent reassurance, while others said the way Taehyung touched Jungkook's back looked incredibly caring and gentle. Both international and Korean fans discussed the tiny interaction for days. Some even created long discussion threads connecting the moment to many of their previous interactions over the years. It once again showed just how deeply BTS fans pay attention to even the smallest details between the members. To outsiders, a simple pat on the back might seem ordinary. But for fans who have followed their journey for years, gestures like this can feel surprisingly meaningful. Interestingly, the moment also reminded many fans of how Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship has grown from their trainee days until now. They grew up together at a very young age while enduring exhausting schedules, industry pressure, and BTS's long journey toward global success. Because of that shared history, their chemistry often feels different. There is a level of comfort between them that is difficult to explain with words alone. They seem to understand each other without needing to say much. In many previous situations, Taehyung and Jungkook have also been caught quietly looking after each other through subtle actions, whether it was fixing clothing, exchanging small smiles, or simply standing close together for no obvious reason. All of those tiny details make fans feel that their bond was built through years of shared experiences and genuine closeness. Many fans also believe that moments like this reveal the human side of globally famous idols. Behind the massive stadium concerts, bright lights, and worldwide fame, they are still simply two people who share a close friendship and familiar everyday habits. A small pat on the back may seem insignificant, but sometimes those tiny actions feel the most real. Fans love this interaction precisely because it did not seem staged at all. The cameras simply happened to capture something that likely occurs naturally between them all the time without public attention. And perhaps that is exactly why so many people are drawn to Taehyung and Jungkook, not only because of their visuals or popularity, but because of the quiet comfort they naturally show around one another. In the end, Taehyung patting Jungkook's back became another small yet unforgettable moment that once again proved how much fans cherish the subtle interactions between the two BTS members. There were no dramatic words involved, yet the silence of the moment itself was what made so many people emotional. A gentle pat in the middle of a busy environment managed to create thousands of discussions, millions of replays, and a warm feeling for fans all around the world. And just like many other moments shared between Taehyung and Jungkook, this brief interaction will likely continue to be remembered by fans as one of the many small examples of a relationship that feels sincere, comfortable, and quietly caring without ever needing too much explanation.